Anxiety, depression, and sleepless nights are all symptoms of the mental health crisis on the rise worldwide. Recent studies show that 18 to 34-year-olds in Barbados reported higher levels of anxiety and social dysfunction ignited by pandemic fears.
We still live in this perpetual fear of going back into a lockdown. Every time you see cases spiking, it's like, oh my gosh, are we going to go back in a lockdown again? So it's like you're constantly living on edge psychologically.
But matters of the mind haven't lost their nasty luster, still giving some feelings of shame and weakness. But a growing movement is turning the tables on the stigma.
What we really try to do is just affirm and show people that, yeah, you're not in this alone.
Kabibi and Maurice are from Let's Unpack It, an online mental health advocacy page that's rewriting the script on wellness, looking to fill the gaps between local and regional resources for young people. They took their message to social media, sharing information and nuggets of hope when needed.
We tend to have different posts that might outline tips, how to, help to cope, how to calm down, how to relax, the different various conditions that might be there, just to reaffirm positive thoughts, because it's not an easy time and we're in this together.
Mental health is important no matter what. No matter what's going on in the world, no matter the context, mental health is crucial, and there will always be room and conversation to talk about it.
Those words from Trey Cumberbatch, a mental health advocate and founder of Talk to Me. He says that outlets like this are breaking down social barriers and opening minds along the way.
You could be scrolling and then the person could say, well, hey, I didn't realize that I could go and get this service, or I could talk to this person. So it is also a level of comfort that comes with it. It's not like invasive, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like in your face, like, oh my God, like, go to therapy now. It's more like okay, like, this is my space. This is me controlling my space. I see this, I can interact with this, how I feel comfortable interacting with this. And I think it helps in terms of like a more successful interaction with young people and getting them into therapy and taking care of their mental health.
Safe spaces like these are changing the narrative on this silent epidemic, one that many say has been bubbling at the surface for decades. While the pandemic is sparking new conversations around it, others say that isn't enough. They challenge that real change starts with education, at work, in schools, and at home. But it doesn't stop there.
Making these services more affordable. I've spoken to so many young people who are interested in getting therapy, but then the biggest stumbling block is usually the cost involved in terms of getting quality care.
It would be good to have a mental health day in terms of work or school, and let it be, recognize it as a legitimate reason why someone may not be able to show up. Because we all have those days. We're not always 100%,
I would also like to see like a more community-oriented model in terms of mental health care. The fundamental idea of it is that at the end of the day, persons can access mental health care in their backyard.
Now, rolling back decades of stigma won't be easy, but for them, it's a cause worth fighting for.
This generation can be very vocal about the things that matter to them. And since, as many people like to frame the youth as the future, by them expressing their passions for mental health, it would shape the future to be a better and brighter one, a more empathetic one.